I've gained over 40 pounds of muscle. I coach skinny guys for a living, and this year I'm going after another 10 pounds, something I was only able to do when I first started lifting. And how am I going to do this? By doing the basics properly and with intense consistency and discipline. In this video, I'll walk you through exactly what I'm thinking about so that you can actually apply this to your own training and see similar or better results depending on where you are in your journey. I'm not going to give you a meal plan or a program in this video. What I want to show you is my thinking and the standards I'm setting for myself for this coming year. When starting any big goal, you have to first get your mind in order. And depending on how you look at something is going to determine how it comes to fruition. And so I'm not looking at this year as a 12-week block to block program. I'm thinking of it as a 12-month, a year-long process. And shifting my time scale is going to allow me to take it all in and not have a super intense 12 weeks and just fizzle out after that's done. It's like starting a diet. You could have a 12-week cut, or you just make a lifestyle change. One is thinking in years and decades, the other is thinking in weeks and months. This is a much more sustainable, lifelong process versus a 12-week intense, full effort cut that you're going to binge eat at the end of. There's no real end goal with the other one. And so that's how I'm approaching this year. I'm extending my time scale, my time frame, and I'm attacking it that way. What that's going to allow me to do is chase the boring consistency instead of the emotional intensity. When I begin to feel lazy and I'm lacking motivation and I don't want to do things, this is a positive sign that I'm on the right path, because this boring work is what actually gives you the results that you want to see. And so if I'm getting bored and I'm getting unmotivated, then that is a positive sign that I need to keep going. And I can use that as a feedback loop and a flywheel to keep going and pursuing those goals. Because at the end of the day, motivation is fleeting. It's not sustainable, and reframing your lack of motivation in this way is a key unlock for my goal, for any goals that you have as well. So try that out next time you're trying to start a big aspirational goal of yours. My next focus and my main focus is just doing the basics well. Doing the basics of eating a small surplus to support training and training hard enough to provide a stimulus, and both are going to drive hypertrophy. Doing this in a day is pretty easy. Doing this in a week is fine. Doing this in a month or just 30 days in a row is a little bit more difficult. Doing this for 12 months is very hard because life gets in the way. Your friends want to go out on the weekends. You stay out a little bit later. You're tired. You don't want to go to the gym. It's hard to go to the gym. You travel. Life gets in the way, and it will get in the way. And if you plan for that, then it makes it all that much easier. Both need to be structured. There's no falling off on the weekends. There's no falling off when I travel. There's just consistency. That is the way. Randomness kills progress. I'm not doing some random program. I'm not following some random diet. I'm just doing what has been working for me for a long time, because I've had 1 month, 2 month, 3-month periods where I've seen a lot of progress and I've been doing the right things, but I just haven't done it for 12 months straight in a while. And so that's what I want to do. And I'm convinced that I will see similar progress to when I first started in year 7. In conclusion, the basics will work. They will ensure progress when they are done long enough and continuously. The next topic is external signs and feedback loops. What am I measuring? What am I tracking that's going to make sure I am staying on the right path and taking steps closer to achieving my goals? Starting off, bod pods and DEXs. I plan to be doing bod pods every 2 months and then DEXs every 6 months. I'm going to do my first 2 of these in the next couple weeks at the start of 2026, and I will continue doing them throughout the year. This is going to allow me to see under the surface What changes are happening? Am I gaining muscle? That's a positive sign. Am I losing muscle? That's a bad sign. Am I gaining fat? That's fine. How much fat? Am I losing fat? Okay, I need to adjust my calories appropriately. These methods of tracking are going to allow me to adjust what I'm doing on the micro scale. My strength level is another one. Is my strength increasing every single week? Am I doing more weight? Am I doing more reps? Yes, that's a positive sign. Are they decreasing? Yes, that's a negative sign. I need to eat a little bit more. I need to recover a little bit more. These feedback loops are going to tell me what I need to do in the kitchen, in the gym, to ensure that I'm still seeing progress. Changes in the mirror. How am I looking? Am I looking softer? Am I looking bigger? Am I looking more toned? What is changing in the mirror? And I can also add on to this by taking progress photos, because as I've said in previous videos, it's hard to see the changes on a week-to-week, month-to-month basis when you see yourself every single day. And so progress photos that you can look back on 2, 3, 6, 12 months ago are going to show you that you are in fact changing when you might think that you aren't. And finally, what's happening on the scale? I'm going to weigh myself every other day, at least 3 times a week, to ensure that I am gaining weight slowly. If I'm trying to gain 10 pounds this year, then every month I should be gaining 0.8 pounds. That's roughly about a pound. And so if the scale is moving up more than a pound per month because I'm tracking it consistently, then that will tell me that I'm eating a little bit too much and I can lower my calories. What I'm trying to get at is that growth must be observable and that feedback is not emotional. It takes the emotion out of it. And when you see a lack of progress, it's not a personal failure, it's a system issue. Something in the basics needs to change so that we continue seeing progress. And when we're tracking in this way, we can catch it that much faster. Instead of wasting 2-3 months, you're catching it the next day, you're catching it the next couple weeks, the next workout. If things aren't positively being affected, then we can change what we're doing. If you want help applying this type of thinking to your training and your nutrition so you stop guessing, then check out my school community. I've linked it below. There's a free basics course inside as well as some higher levels so you get direct feedback from me. Don't do this alone. Start your 2026 off the right way. Let's build some muscle.